channel, Crypto Tro. I am Crypto Tro. We doing a live session right now. I'm gonna start where I start going live from my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna let everybody get in. Let people come in and everything. But like I said, a lot of things happening that's going on in the crypto space right now that we super bullish on. We are super bullish on the stuff that's going on in the crypto space. You know, what's up, man? What it do? What it do? I had to, like I said, I'm gonna start going live on the YouTube channel, and I just created a series too with showing my what's up, Windows, what it do, greetings. But I just created uh a new portfolio playlist that's pretty much showing how I buy small, and how everybody else can buy small, especially if you don't have a lot of liquidity. A lot of people think you got to come into this game or into the crypto space with a lot of money. And I will say the more money you got to play with, the more yield you can, or the more appreciation you will see with the with your money, of course. But at the end of the day, you don't gotta have millions of dollars. You don't even have to have five figures to really invest in the crypto space. All you gotta do really is dollar cost average. You can dollar cost average whatever you are, whatever you feel that won't put you in a bad position. If that's $20 a week, $20 every 2 weeks, $50 every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, you can put that small amount down every 2 weeks, dollar cost average over time. Because right now these prices, Bitcoin is what, $110,000 maybe. Let me see. Bitcoin right now is $109,000. Right now, Bitcoin is at $109,000. So we see right now institutions is really what's moving the market. If we want to be honest, institutions are what's moving the markets at this time in the crypto space. We really don't see too many people, everyday people, that don't really have any background in crypto or haven't really done anything in crypto. They maybe have bought crypto on the centralized exchange, but they haven't had any decentralized wallet or anything like that. Those people are not back in crypto yet. What's up? What it do? What it do, Nova Scotia? Shout out to Nova Scotia in the building. Good morning. What's up? Hey, man, we just getting started in this space. Like I said, make sure y'all share it, like this. I don't know how this, how it works. Call gang in the building. Shout out Call Gang, call. Y'all know what's going on, man. Shout out to the Call Gang in the building. But like I said, man, a lot of things really going on that a lot of people don't realize in the crypto space. And like I said, too, with Bitcoin just being at under 100 or right at $100,000, right at 109 or whatever the case may be, we at $109,000 Bitcoin. If you just buy Bitcoin over a long period of time, you are going to guarantee yourself appreciation. And I know that sounds crazy, like, Tro, it's a guarantee. 9 times out of 10, man, we see the biggest asset manager in the world, BlackRock, is buying crypto like crazy. We see other asset managers buying crypto as well. So big money is going heavy into crypto right now, or heavy into Bitcoin rather. They're also going heavy into crypto. They're creating reserves and things like that. We know about this new Trump announcement. He has a Bitcoin reserve that will be held by none only, the only one and only, Crypto.com. That's right. Crypto.com will be custody of the Trump's ETF, or not the ETF, but the Bitcoin reserve rather. So a lot of things going on in the crypto space, man. Make sure y'all hitting them like buttons. Hit that like button. We on YouTube live with it. Just tell a friend to tell a friend. Right now, man, the perfect time. A lot of people been asking me, just saying, when do you think is one of the best times to really get into crypto? What do you feel like is the future for crypto? And it's so bullish, and if we just kind of sit back and really see, what's really going on, how the world is about to change, how everything is already going digital, how big stable coins are across the world. Us in the United States, if you are in the United States, we are spoiled because we live in a place where the currency is pretty much can be used all around the world. But other places don't. And eventually, I do think the US dollar, that's a little on down the line, but I think everywhere is just going to be stable coins, whether that's USDC or whatever the case may be. But I do think that we're going to go even more digital in the future. So we just preparing right now. And like I said, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna create a series. I already created the series and everything with the Robinhood. So I'm going through Robinhood just for the everyday normal person. Usually I do it on a decentralized wallet, but for the sakes of people who tune in, who might be new to crypto, who might don't know how to use a decentralized wallet, I'm gonna put it on Robinhood, just store it on there. It's not my main portfolio, so I really don't necessarily care. But I'm also gonna encourage people to put their crypto currencies in a decentralized entity, and Robinhood does have a Robinhood wallet, and I really didn't even realize that. I didn't know Robinhood had a wallet, y'all. That's crazy. But yeah, Robinhood has a wallet. But like I said, with Bitcoin just being at where it's at in the crypto markets, we only at a $3.47 trillion market cap right now. And I think the all-time high market cap was 3.71, I want to say. I think we hit 3.71 in December. Yep, 3.70. In December, we hit 3.70 trillion dollar market cap. We at 3.46. So we not even at the previous all-time highs when everything kind of took off, But I do still think that we have so much potential in the space, in this cycle. Actually, this year, I think we got a lot of potential this year. I think this year will be a great year for the crypto space. And we really just kind of just getting started, though. We really kind of just getting started. I want to say we in the beginning of it, but we have shit. The best has yet to come. That's why the best has yet to come, man. Hey, but make sure y'all liking this, telling a friend to tell a friend. I really don't go live like this, so I'm gonna start going live more, just to start interacting. Just try to go live, really, maybe every day. I don't want to promise every day, but try to go live more frequently because I haven't been having that opportunity to do so. But yeah, man, we just getting started. Let me go get some. We just getting started, man. I'm trying to tell you how to get me a water, but we staying live and direct. We staying live and direct. Yes, sir, ski. Let me put that right back there. But yep, I'm trying to tell you, you're not bullish enough. If you don't think Bitcoin can go to $500,000, you're not bullish enough. Really, in the next 10 years, Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million. By 2035, we going to see $1 million Bitcoin. And I'm going to say this video, this was in 2025. In the next 10 years, I do believe we see $1 million Bitcoin. Just how everything is moving, it's like game theory at this point. Like you see, hey, if not sooner, this really a pessimistic viewpoint of, my thoughts. 10 years is just like on some, you know what I'm saying? I really think it's going to happen sooner, but at the latest 10 years, I think we're going to go from where we at? The overall market cap at 3.47 trillion. I think we're gonna hit 100 trillion in 10 years as far as the entire crypto space. And I think Bitcoin gonna be at $1 million in 10 years or before, but most definitely in 10 for sure, for sure. Most definitely in 10. Most definitely in 10 though. I will say that most definitely in 10. But what y'all feeling, man? Well, how y'all feel about Bitcoin? Where do y'all think prices are going? Because a lot of people been debating this on, like, really been saying that Bitcoin is not gonna last. Like, at this point, that argument is dead. Like, thinking Bitcoin is never gonna go zero. Bitcoin is never going. If it goes to zero, the world is something to crash. Like, everything crashed. If Bitcoin goes to zero, everything has crashed. That's highly super unlikely. That's like the craziest thing in the world that can happen. So that's very highly unlikely. So just by buying Bitcoin, you know this is an asset that so many asset managers, but you got to think about too how retail held up that foundation. So even if, say, something crazy where all the asset managers just decided to dump all their Bitcoin, which most likely would never happen because they just got into it. But even if that were to happen, think about retail who still has never sold from buying the bottom, like literally before, before $20,000 Bitcoin, like retail was holding up the price back then. So it's highly unlikely Bitcoin goes to, zero. And it's highly likely that Bitcoin continues to appreciate because retail really hasn't gotten back into the space just quite yet, I would say. In my personal opinion, I don't think the euphoric feeling that we feel in retail, we have yet to feel that. We have yet to feel that euphoric feeling where everybody was making money. And I do think that's going to happen. I do think that it's going to come a point in the time in the market where everybody is making money. I still believe that. Now, a lot of people say this time is different. This time might be different. But I do think if you're buying pretty decent assets that, continuously adding holders, that's continuously, getting some type of utility so it creates less sale pressure. And that is got to have that narrative behind it too a little bit. And if it has all those things, then I do think it's possible for it to see appreciation, even though some of the projects are still down. We do have outliers. We do have projects that have went, crazy, but those are really outliers. You say I have Solana and Call. Hey, Solana and Call, those are two good projects to hold. We knows what Solana gonna do. Solana only continues to get more volume, and it's gonna be a day where it's gonna be so much volume that's pumped on Solana. Like, it's already, I want to say, what the highest volume blockchain right now, or it's one or two. So, and of course, Call, we know Call. Shout out to Call Gang. Shout out to the Call Gang. But yeah, I would say, if you just really just stick to buying things that you have done research on and that I pretty much laid down, cash mode, Bitcoin's definitely going to go up, but like a thief in the night. Facts. That's why I'm trying to preach this. Like, I'm really just trying to get the word out. And I'm really just, also I'm doing it for my own self. Like, I want to look back and be like, this is where I came from and all of this. And like, showing over time, I've been creating content for years and years and things like that. But also just getting that message out there because a lot of people don't understand. We go through everyday life and not realizing like this is the best performing asset of our lifetimes. Like, that's we probably won't get another opportunity like the crypto space. Like, this is our opportunity where we can front run, institutions. We never had an opportunity like this as retail investors. So I don't think a lot of people realize that, but it's not too late because we still in the perfect time. I still think it's still early. You know, that's a crypto saying. We are still early. That is 100% true, bro. We are still in the infancy of the crypto space. Like, this is just the beginning. It's still so much more that's going to transpire. Like I said, if you watch any of my videos, you know my theory. I believe in the future, everything will be shown on the blockchain. What I mean by that, ownership of homes, just showing ownership of whatever asset that you have. I do think it's going to be easier to show that ownership through blockchain technology. Now, which blockchain is going to adapt that? And it's not. I don't think it's going to be one specific blockchain, but I do think it's going to be to the point where it's not noticeable for us, the end consumer. You're not knowing you're doing blockchain technology, or you're using blockchain, yeah, doing things on blockchains, but it's just naturally occurring, such as when we look at the internet. Now we get on the internet, like I'm literally going live from my phone, just like that. This was once upon a time not able to be accomplished. Like, once upon a time, these phones, smartphones, were not a thing. Or we couldn't, when we got on the internet from our phones, it was like a flip phone and the whole page didn't show up. Or even if you got on the internet from a desktop, you had dial-up. Or, you know, it took so long just to access the internet. And crypto adoption is growing faster than internet adoption. That's what a lot of people like. When you put two and two together, you like, hold on. Okay, crypto adoption growing faster than internet adoption. And today, we can't go a day without the internet. We are using the internet every day. If you in any type of, if you're not a nomad, you know, a nomad, they, you know, in some religions, they don't use the internet. But for majority of the part, everybody has access to some type of internet connection. So when you think about it, you like, and crypto is growing faster than internet adoption. It's gonna happen. We don't know how it's gonna happen, but everything will eventually be on the blockchain. Everything will show ownership through blockchain technology. We will have online. We already have online digital economies. Those are only going to get bigger. Now, some things are going to phase out. Some things are going to phase out naturally, because that's just, you know, the things that we don't need, they're probably going to go to zero majority of the time. But as far as these decentralized exchanges, I do think they're only going to get bigger as they get more secure. Once they can really have more of a security, I would say. And it's going to always be hacks just because it's in a digital world. In the real world, it's hacks. But, you know, once they get more secure, once people start trusting it more, it's going to have more liquidity on those things as well. And that's when we're going to see so much crazy stuff happen, bro. But, hey, shout out to everybody who's still tuned in. Shit, shout out to everybody who's still tuned in, man. Y'all some real ones. Make sure y'all like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend, because I'm really finna start going live from these. I like the mobile look, you know. I like the, you know, the talk directly to the people. Just like that. Simple, easy. I do want to start showing my screen, though. Windows Gamer, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for sure. I'm going to start showing my screen. I got to learn how to do that from the mobile. I don't even know if you can do that from the mobile one. But I think they running like an incentive on YouTube. So I'm doing that to see, you know, how that works. But start going more live videos from the mobile. Because now it's really the perfect time, you know what I'm saying, in the crypto space. Because people it's crazy to see that the opportunity a lot of people are missing on. Yeah, I'm going to start going live for sure. More live videos on the way. I got to bring the live videos because, like I said, now the time, bro. Now is the time to really, buckle down and see what's going on, because once we see the full vision before it take off, We gonna have exit liquidity once everything goes crazy, man. Once everything go crazy, we gonna be able to take profits and reap the fruits of our labor because we were here super, super early. Shout out to everybody who's still tuning in, man. We still live, man. Just a blessing to have people even tune in, because I really never thought about going live, but now, I'm seeing people tuning in and, leaving the comments. Shout out to everybody who leaving comments. We on the way. Bull case scenario 2025 for Bitcoin. I want to say 120 to 150. Bull case scenario for Bitcoin 2025, 120, 150. 2025, by the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, 120, 150. 120, 150. Bull case. That's what I'm thinking. Then I think once we hit that, I think we'll start to see altcoins really start taking off. Because altcoins have been, some altcoins already been in the bag. Shout out to the Crow fam too. Shout out Crow fam. Y'all know Crow fam is in the building, man. Shout out to the Crow fam. Y'all already know. Crow is one of the sleepers too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Crow is probably one of my favorite. If you watch my channel, you know Crow is maybe one of my favorite, if not the favorite crypto. It's the one I make the most videos for the majority of the part because I've been invested in Crow since, I don't know, like 2020. And they've been doing so much since then. And I like that they, the 2025 roadmap, they really been killing the game with the 2025 roadmap. The new news that came out recently with Trump media is using crypto.com as the custody for their Bitcoin reserve. So that's something bullish. Also, all the things you do directly within the app of crypto.com. If you want to get trading rebates, if you want to get higher referral limits, if you want to do all these things, you have to own Crow. The more Crow you own, the more rewards you get. So that's a utility for Crow, creating less sell pressure. So a lot of bullish things for Crow, man. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of people hate on Crow. And Crow has done some crazy things that I didn't agree with either. But when you look at assets, you got to think long term. I'm thinking long term about Crow. I really don't kind of get in my feelings about it until now. If it's at the point where we have that euphoric feeling and Crow has yet to take off, then maybe I'll start rethinking my thesis. But at the same time, I mean, if you dollar cost average on those lows, man, the next local high, you can be back in profit, in my personal opinion, unless you just straight up bought the top in 2021. You still recovering from 2021, that might be different. You know what I'm saying? That might hit different. But, you know what I'm saying? People gonna hate, it's always certain projects, and you really can't get too emotional, when you buying these crypto projects. And you shouldn't over leverage yourself either. I think a lot of people get mad too because they are so over leveraged. Like if my stuff went to zero, if my portfolio went to zero, I wouldn't say I wouldn't care. But I think I can start over and just do it again because for one thing, we still early in the crypto space. And for another thing, I'm not over leveraged. I'm not trying to